Hey, it's Naftali. Thank you so much for joining me on day 6 of the Humans Working Marathon. Today we're going to talk about a tenet, if you will, of this understanding, which is the concept of separate realities. All right? So what does that mean? Well, as I said in yesterday's video, we are all creating a reality, or a reality is being created in our minds, moment to moment, based on the power of thought. Right? So just to review, whatever thinking is coming to us at the moment, we have a corresponding feeling. That simple. Corresponding experience. As crappy thinking comes to us, everything kind of looks crappy. As great thinking comes to us, we have creativity, we have love, we have the ability to see things anew. All right? So we're all creating a reality, right? We agree on that? Good. But we're all creating a separate reality. Right? It is not true that there is a reality and we all perceive it differently. We are all creating a picture of what is real in our heads at the moment. Okay? You can go to a movie with somebody and you sit through the whole thing, and then you leave and you say, oh my God, wasn't that an amazing movie? And you're thinking to yourself, how could anybody think that's not an amazing movie? And your friend says, that was the worst drivel I've ever seen. And you're like, no, did we watch the same movie? And that's what's happening all the time. We're watching the same movie, right? We're watching the same boss open his mouth and close his mouth and speak at a volume, but we're all having a different experience of it, right? So that's actually kind of a good example, right? We could be in a meeting in a conference room, a whole bunch of people, and there's the president of the company, and he's at the front of the room, and he's banging his fist on the table. Now, what happens at the end of this meeting? Some people take that as, wow, that was a really good pep talk. I'm gonna go do it. Some people go in the bathroom and cry for an hour. And some people, just another day in the park. Doesn't really faze them. They don't even sort of notice that it's a thing, right? Just like, oh, the boss was, saying something, I don't know. But this is what's happening all the time, and we don't see it. We think that there is a reality. The boss was screaming, right? That's real. It's objective. It's really real. And, if you want, you could see the silver lining, right? We often are told that, right? See the silver lining in something. But that is implying that it's real, right? Yeah, the boss was screaming and he was a jerk and whatever, but see the silver lining. Maybe if we follow his way, we'll make more money. No, it's not how it works. The reality of what happened in that room is created moment to moment here for each person. Okay? Now, you may say in your mind, well, what about some horrific situation? You mean to tell me that when, some horrific situation happens that people are just, we are having an experience of that in our minds. There are people, several people, who lived through Nazi concentration camps, whose experience was, in their own words, not that bad. Okay? In situations, in circumstances that most people, 99.9% of people, if not more, would say are objectively horrible. Being beaten every day, starved, disease, lice, very good chance of being killed, etc., etc., etc. But how come? How is it that a fair number of people said, wasn't that bad? How is it that when people left that situation, it's not like all of them had, severe trauma for the rest of their lives. I mean, kind of PTSD, I should say. Now, this is not to say that you should or you shouldn't But just recognize this is where the understanding is so powerful, right? That our experience, for whatever reason, because of the thought that's coming through us at the moment, is created here. Okay? Let's go back to the work world, though. The world of business. Right? Let's say that you're in a conference room, and there's a Monday morning meeting every week, 8 o'clock, and John comes in like 8:15, and he always has this kind of lame excuse, right, of like traffic. And he comes in today, and everybody kind of rolls their eyes, and they're like whatever. And then and then he says, hey, sorry I'm late. And everybody's expecting him to say traffic, and he says, I had a car accident, right? Now what happens? Now, some people have thinking that shifts their mindset from this guy's a jerk, this guy's always late, this guy's inconsiderate, whatever, to compassion. Oh, we had a car accident. Well, that's different. Are you okay? You feel okay? Anything we can do for you? Other people maybe say, I bet you he had road rage because he's kind of a jerk, and I bet you he deserved it. Right? Other people might just be looking at their phones and have absolutely no experience of this whole thing. Right? Other people might think that he's like making the whole thing up, and they have a completely different experience. Right? The point here is not that you should have one or the other, but seeing that everybody is creating a movie that looks incredibly real to them in that moment. So for the folks who believed that he was, let's say, making it up, they would absolutely be able to tell you a million reasons why that was true. And they could paint a very vivid picture of why they were convinced that that's true. Right? And the people who, were treating him compassionately would do the same about telling you why this is what you need to do at the moment. Right? Neither one is right. Can't be. They are separate realities, okay? So, I will leave it at that, and we'll continue in tomorrow's video. Thanks so much for watching.